Hi guys, this is Jachaya Williams and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a happy Friday. I think it's Friday. And so I first want to give thanks to God, because you always got to do that. You always got to give him the glory. He has been providing for me. He's been making a way for me. He has been blessing me on things that I had to wait and be obedient on. There's just so many testimonies. There's just so many stuff that I cannot wait to share with you guys. But I wanted to talk about how God showed me who my husband was. And so I want to start off with a little bit of background. I used to date women ever since I was 15 years old. And so it was a very strong hold on me. Took me several years to finally decide that I didn't want to live that lifestyle anymore, because there was nothing in there for me. And so I remember one night in 2022, I was like, Lord, I'm tired of this lifestyle. Lord, I'm tired of living the way I'm living. Let's just try it your way this one time. And if I don't like it, then I'm gonna just go and do something else. That's literally what I told the Lord. And so I was like, Lord, you bring me who you want me to be with. I'm surrendering my life. And I kind of left it alone, but then I didn't. And then so 2023 came, right? Well, the rest of 2022, when I told that, the Lord started to develop a relationship with me, and vice versa. And then he started to work on things with me. In that stage in 2022, I was still running from God. I was still being disobedient. I was still acting lukewarm. And so when 2023 started, I'm still praying for a husband, even though I'm still dibble-dabbling in the lifestyle that I was living. And he was just talking to me. He was just like, I need you to put this down. Like, I can't bring you, who I have for you if you continue living this. Like, you have to let me change your heart. And so all of 2023, God would not tell me who it was. And so the reason why he did that was because, and another thing that I want to say is, I used to get mad at seeing like everybody else get married, or, well, not mad, but like a little bit of sad. And also too, envy, jealousy began to rise up in my heart. And I'm just like, why everybody, getting this before me, haven't God, seen what I've been through? And, so he didn't tell me who it was. And so me and him began to work on our relationship together, because one thing that God does when he begins to prepare you for that spiritual spouse journey, he's going to isolate you. Okay. And so, so y'all can spend the one-on-one time together, so he can get you right. Because best believe, if you're praying for your husband, if you're praying for your wife, he's also working on that other person as well. And so, so 2023, I'm just like, God, why you won't tell me who my husband is? Like, what's going on? And stuff like that. And he wanted to build that intimate relationship with me. Okay. I had to learn how to have my own relationship with God first before he brings me someone else. Okay. And so he had to teach me how to be God-fearing. He had to teach me how to have unwavering faith, how to be a wife, how to even just be the woman of God he created me to be. And he had to teach me all of these things, because I didn't know. Because growing up as a little girl, and stuff like that, I grew up in a religious church. And so that was already on my mind. So he had to undo every single part of that. You see what I'm saying? And so, so we're still working on the relationship, and I'm still praying for a husband, and stuff like that. And he, he started to, lead me to write letters, keep journals and stuff like that. So that really helped me with my spiritual spouse journey as well. And so, you know, there are things that he was like, you have to put down, like, you have to put down this type of lifestyle. You have to put down the smoking, the drinking, the fornication. You have to put down the pride. You have to put down the anger, you know, and stuff like that. He was like, let me heal you first, okay? Let me heal you, okay? Because every time I would get in a relationship and I would end up broken off with that person, I would get into another one 2 months after. Like, it would just be like a cycle. Relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship. I never took the time to sit down and actually heal myself or spend time with myself. So all of 2023, God showed me who I was. God loved up on me, okay? And so never left. Never left. I said, God, I'm gonna try this your way. Never left, okay? Did I have tests and trials that I feel like I want to give up sometimes? Yes, but I never just went cold turkey, you know, and like cold turkey for like a year or something like that, like I used to. And so, you know, God began to teach me about myself. And the one thing that really stood out to me throughout this whole spiritual spouse journey is he healed me of things that I didn't even know that was in my heart. You know, and the fact that he taught me so much in a span of a year, that's crazy. And so fast forward to 2024, you know, and things of that. Oh, before that, I'm getting ahead of myself. At the end of 2023, right, I'm still praying for a husband, right? I'm still praying for God to bring the man of my dreams, right? And so you got all kind of counterfeits coming, okay? You got old past relationships trying to get in my life, and I'm sitting here trying to fight against that while also trying to keep the faith that God is going to bring me, you know, who he spoke to me. And so I remember one night I was sitting on the couch, right? And I was like, Lord, when are you going to bring me someone who's going to love me for me? It's like my faith was like, at this point, it was just, you know, it was getting weak. And so, you know, ended up sleeping with the counterfeit, right? And I was doing this for several months. I'm gonna just be honest. I was doing this for several months. And that is when the Lord told me again, he was like, I cannot bring you who I have assigned to you, who I have for you, if you stay in this lifestyle with the fornication. You have to put those things down, okay? And I was like, you know what, God? I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go all in with you on this spiritual spouse journey. I'm gonna trust you no matter how hard it is. I don't care who come up. I don't care who try to come back into my life. I'm not doing it no more. You know, because, and the reason why I was dibbling and dabbling and all of that is because I still had holes in my heart that needed to be filled by God, the only person that could fill it. And so I was looking for love in other places. And so it stemmed from a childhood trauma. And so God had to heal me of those things first. And when he slowly began to heal all of those childhood traumas, when he slowly began to fill all of those holes, I noticed that I didn't have to go out there and sleep with someone. I didn't have to go out there and smoke or drink like that. Like, I didn't have to do any of that because I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain anymore. The pain that I felt, I'm not in pain. And so I said, Lord, and look, January hit, right? After I got rid of the counterfeit, after I got rid of everybody, January came, right? And so I was like, Lord, I was like, I'm gonna be confident. I said, Lord, I want you to show me who my husband is in a dream. I said, I have done the work. I have kept the faith. Please show me. And so he led me to go on a 3-day fast, okay? 3-day Esther fast. And so this is my first time ever doing like a Esther fast. I didn't like know the ins and outs of it, right? And so he told me how to do it, and things of that nature. And so I went on the 3-day Esther fast, right? And got to praying super hard, right? Lord, show me who my husband is in a dream. I kid you not. On the 3rd day, I went to sleep and he showed me who my husband was in a dream. And I woke up, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I said, Can you imagine me asking God all those times, and then when he finally revealed to me who my husband was, I'm sitting here like, I don't want it. But that's how we do. That's how we do God. Okay, we sit here and we ask God for stuff, and when it don't show up and come like the way we expected it in our mind to come, we sit here denying it. And then plus I was like shocked, because I knew this person. And so, but you know what's even crazier? That very next day, this person calls me on the phone because they couldn't sleep. They couldn't sleep because God was dealing with them in their heart about me and stuff like that. And so I'm just mind blown. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm just like, you gave me a dream of who my husband was, right? On top of that, you allowed this person to call me the very next day. I'm just like, what? It's like everything was happening. Everything was happening. And so, and so after he called me and let me know, hey, I want to start this relationship with you. I want to build something. The Lord's been dealing with me, and I know he's been dealing with you too. What do you say? And before I said any answer, I went to God. I said, God, is it okay? I said, is it okay? And he was like, yes, it is. You can go ahead. And I was like, bet. I was like, bet, Lord, bet. And so, and of course, after all of that happened, that next week, it's like the enemy began to attack me because he already tried to stop it, right? Because that's what the enemy does. He doesn't want you to have what God has for you. And that is why he puts that fear in you. He puts that doubt in you. He puts that anxiety in you because he knows. And so that next week, he just tearing me up. He just tearing me up, And so he's still trying to send counterfeits. He's still trying to send old people in my life, and things of that nature. And so God had to teach me, have faith in what I told you, believe in what I said the first time. He still had to teach me how to be a wife, still had to teach me how to eat right, how to clean up the house, how to work out, all of those things of this nature. And so while all of that's going on, I'm still praying that, is this my husband? Lord, remove this person. If he's not for me, remove the feelings so I'll know. And, because I'm just still shocked because I just couldn't believe that a God would sit up there and, because what I want to say is in the journal that I told you guys earlier, in the journal that I had, I was writing that I want my husband to be my best friend, like a best friend. I want him to do this. I want him to do that. Da, 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 da. I was writing down the things that I felt like I needed it the most in a man. And so, and things of that nature. And so, come to find out it was a person that I already knew that felt like a best friend to me. And so I'm just like, God listens, okay? Write down everything that you need, okay? God listens to you, okay? I am a witness. God listened to you. And so that next week when the enemy was attacking me, attacking my faith, telling me, oh, that ain't your husband. Oh, you need to go back to your old life. Da-da-da this, da-da-da that. He don't love you. He just saying all kind of stuff, okay? And so I'm praying to the Lord. Lord, I need signs. Lord, I need confirmations. Lord, I need this. Lord, I need that. And, I think it was that following week. Because at the end of the week, that's when I asked for the signs. And then the following week, I mean, he was giving me sign after sign after sign, confirmation. He even gave me 2 more dreams of this person proposing to me, making sure that I know that, yes, this is your husband. It's okay to go ahead. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to let him pursue you. It is okay. And I'm just like, I'm still discombobulated. Like, I don't know what, I don't know if it was the enemy trying to confuse me or what. And so I remember one night I was crying out to the Lord. I said, Lord, are you sure this is my husband? Like, I'm still crying, even though he just gave me all of these signs and confirmations. And God looked at me one day. He was like, you done? He had to set the record straight, guys. He had to set that record straight. And so he was like, believe in what I said. I need you to stand up. I need you to have the faith. I already taught you the tools already that you need to know in this season. He was like, go forth. Okay. I need you to focus on what I have for you. I need you to focus on what I told you to build. Okay. No more crying. It's time for you to stand up and have faith and believe in what I said the first time. I said, you know what, God? I said, you're right. I said, I'm going to stop tripping. I'm going to stop tripping. And so when I finally settled down on that, and I just look, I'm either going to trust God with this situation, this journey, or I'm not. Okay. And so I decided to trust God fully. I decided to stop crying about it. I decided to stop doing it, and I decided to move forward. And throughout this whole spiritual spouse journey, because I'm still in it, throughout this whole spiritual spouse journey, he would give me signs without even me asking for it. And I just love that, to keep me on that path, right? And so something occurred to where we didn't talk for like 2 months. And that right there, the enemy tried so hard to get me out of my faith. I mean, he threw everything that he ever could possibly have at me. And I almost lost my faith. I mean, I was literally like this. I mean, I had stopped praying for 1 week. I had stopped studying my Bible. I had stopped doing my assignment, my social media. I didn't want to have anything to do with God. I was like, this is too much. This is too much pain. This is too much spiritual warfare. I don't want to go through this. And so, but that's what the enemy wanted, right? He wanted me to get off of my post. He wanted me to get off of my my warring spirit. He wanted me to get off of those things. That's why he was sending that strong spirit up on me, right? And so and I was like, you know what? No, I can't give up on God. I said, he's done too much for me. I know his character already, and I know the enemy's character. I said, no, he's too much. And I remember one night I laid on the floor and I was like, Lord, I'm going to believe in you. I'm going to believe in you again. One more time. One more time, I'm going to believe in you with this spiritual spouse journey. Guys, I kid you not. My person ended up calling me the next day. The person ended up calling me the next day, apologizing and things of that nature. Because look, let me tell you, just because God bless you with a husband or soon to be husband, whatever you want to call him, doesn't mean that the journey is going to be easy. Is it going to be full of peace? Yes, but you're still going to have to fight against the enemy, okay? And so the one thing that I can really, really say is, yes, this journey has been hard and tedious and long. It has also been very peaceful enough to know it's from God. So that's what I mean by peaceful, okay? There has been no type of confusion, even though the enemy tried with all of his might to confuse me. No, it's been very peaceful, and it's been very full of confirmations and signs that, yes, this is what I have for you. And so, I was like, wow. I mean, every time I surrender my life or I take that leap of faith, God does something big. God does something miraculous. And so, you know, as time went on, of course, the enemy's still trying to get me off, right? I'm still praying to move. I'm still praying to, you know, I'm still praying on other things. And so God came through for me in September to move to a new place. And I'm just like, God, what are you doing? Like, you know, why do you keep blessing me like this? I don't deserve this, you know. I don't know what I did to deserve it. And, you know, something that will always stick with me, even if I go through other things. He said, I'm blessing you simply because of who you are, not because of what you did. And he was like, because you kept the faith, because you were obedient, because you didn't stay down in your mess and you got up and you ran back to me, that's why I'm blessing you. Because now you know that I am the source of all things. Now you know that you don't need any of these other things. These are just added bonuses. The career, the marriage, the, you know, finances, any of the... He says, you know that I can provide for you now. So now you are ready. And so, man, and so when I asked the Lord to remove the feelings that I had for this person, right? He didn't. I mean, he didn't. This man is still here. And I'm just like, what? I was like, God, I was like, wow. And he didn't remove the feelings. Instead, he magnified it, right? And so, and how many of you know that when you don't pass the test, God is going to keep making that test come over and over again until you pass it, okay? And so, oh, and excuse the outside noise and things of that nature. I do have other people in the house, but I needed to get this word out. I needed to get this video out, so that's what we're gonna do. And so, what I was about to say, look, I done lost my train of thought. And so, you know, of course, the enemy tried. He even still trying to this day. And so the fact that what really stood out to me throughout this whole spiritual spouse journey is me keeping the faith, me not letting up on my prayers, okay? Me putting down the fornication, me putting down things that I would normally do, right? And so you have to put down those things. You have to put down those things, not let up on your prayers. It don't matter what your circumstances look like. It don't matter. It don't matter, okay? If God has spoken something to you, it shall come to pass. It has to, okay? Because then he wouldn't be God. It would go against his character, okay? So do not believe the lies of the enemy, okay? If God told you something, if he spoke something over you, it shall surely come to pass. It doesn't matter what your circumstances look like. It don't matter if they called you and said they didn't want to be with you no more, or they blocked you, or this and that. It don't matter, okay? Because they're not God, okay? God is the one that's in control. And if he wants something to happen, he's going to make it happen. It's been a long and tedious journey, but I am so thankful for God for keeping me this whole entire time. And now really all there is just still keeping the faith, working out the wedding details. And of course I will take you guys along because I'm very, very excited about this. I waited a long time from somebody who came from wanting to only have a wife to God completely changing her life around and blessing her with the most sweetest, most loving man who is literally the male version of me. It's just amazing. It's incredible. It's a beautiful testimony. And he has a testimony as well that I can't wait to share with you guys, and stuff like that. Our own individual experience that led us to have our own relationship with God. And I think that's just so beautiful, and things of that nature. So yeah, that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.